Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So this is Vishnu from Shell. I'm the deployment manager of Shell E4. I'll be moderating the session. Welcome to the Q&A session for APChemi. We have Aruna Chaube, who is the Chief Operating Officer of APChemi, and Praneeth Patil, who is the Process Engineer in APChemi, are here to address the Q&A for this session. Welcome, Aruna, and welcome, Praneeth. Praneeth,
Thanks.
would you like to quickly introduce both of you and also briefly talk about APChemi?
So I'm Aruna Chaube and COO at APChemi. I work very closely with the team to make sure that operations are scalable and sustainable. Praneeth?
Yeah, myself Pranik Patil, and I'm working as a process engineer for the APChemi. I'm looking after the feasibility for in a process point of view.
Thanks, Aruna and Praneeth. So let's go to the first question, very basic question. So you talked about like converting plastic waste to pyrolysis oil. There is a question asking about what are the different types of plastic waste that your process is capable of converting plastic to oil.
Okay, well, with our proven and robust technology that we've developed over the years, the type of plastic that can be processed are the post-consumer multi-layer packaging waste, as well as mixed plastic waste.
Great. A follow-up question. Someone from Ahmad have asked this question. What would be the approximate yield of fuel that you will be generating from this plastic waste? Is it dependent upon the type of the feed that you are using?
Yes, it's very dependent on the type of feed that the client will have. Normally, we start with the pilot plant trials, which determines the quality and the quantity of oil that will be yielded from the plastic that they're going to send us. So approximately, with a good yield, you can get till about 85% of oil.
Great. There's a question from Navin Bharadwaj from Shell. Does the economics of this pyrolysis-based work does it depend anything on the government subsidy, or does it can still work without having any government subsidies? Will it be commercially feasible? If yes, then whom are you selling, and why are you selling more of? Where are you selling more of these industrial units now?
Okay, so for estimating the viability of the technology, we always start with the pilot plant trials. Yeah, and at the same time, by commissioning over 30 commercially scalable project that we've done, APChemi's technology has proven to be commercially viable. So, have I answered your question?
Yeah. I mean, follow-up question. I mean, you said that like you had the experience of commissioning more than 30 plus plants. Can you give a brief overview about like where are these plants? What are the different capacities of these plants that you have commissioned? And based on your experience, have you seen any challenges post commissioning these plants?
So the various plants we have is spread from India to Kenya to Europe, and the different. I think Praneeth can take the question about the different challenges we have had while post commissioning. That he'll be better at replying to this question.
Frank, would you like to answer about the kind of challenges from your experience customers have faced post commission?
We have seen some challenges regarding the feeding systems, the pyrolysis ratios, which can be extracted from the reactor, and this is gas and all that. So we we are continuously improving ourselves for the better improvement, we can say.
And also Vishnu, in India itself, we've done around 4 projects around Mumbai with capacity up to 12 tons per day of plastic input. The Kenya and the Europe plants are processing 10 tons per day of post-consumer plastic waste, with 7,000 liters of diesel, producing 7,000 liters of diesel. Also, I think we have a couple of projects in pipeline as well that probably we would like to talk about. The project that we have in pipeline currently includes a 50 tons per day plant for the UK. Also a 10 tons per day plant for Kuwait. And as well as we are working very closly with somebody in Mumbai for 3 into 20 tons per day in Mumbai. So these are the projects that we have in the pipeline. In addition to this, we are also developing, we are actively developing, and I think like a 50 tons per day chemical recycling plant to promote the circular economy for plastics in collaboration with leading petrochemicals and FMCG companies as well. And in my opinion, this is the first in India.
Oh, great. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
So there are like a couple of follow-up questions on this. What kind of plastic waste can be chemically recycled using APChemi's technology, and which type of waste that you think is not feasible to recycle?
Pranay, do you want to take this question?
Yeah, I will take this question. Basically, all polyolefins we can recycle. APChemi having ability to recycle using this pyrolysis technology. All type of polyolefins include HDPE, LDPE, polypropylene, polystyrene, and even we have a patented technology for multi-layer packaging waste. So APChemi having patents for the multi-layer packaging waste pyrolysis, as well as we have some technology which can withstand for the polycarbonates and polyurethanes also. We have we have technology which can convert these kind of plastics into oil and gas. Yeah.
Thanks, Pranay. I mean, before going into next Q&A, a gentle reminder in the audience: if you are from the investors, please do head into the investor room. There is a separate presentation going on from APChemi, where investors can join the session there. Thanks for that. Follow-up question. I think Praneeth, you have touched about like you have some patented technology around that. So can you throw some light on the kind of patents that APChemi have filed, and what is the current status of these patents from you, and can also briefly talk about like where are these patents have been concentrated at? What are the areas where the IP is filed?
We have United. We have the patent
Can you hear us?
I think there is some issue. with the voice of Pranit. Maybe Aruna, can you take this question on the IP?
Yeah. So all patented technologies that we have followed up will address the problem of airlock feeding of the reactor design itself, and also efficient pyrolysis process, as well as pyrolysis of PET containing plastic. So these are the main areas where the patent is focusing on.
Great. So have you filed IP only in India, or do you also have filed this IP outside India?
No, it's currently in India, with a view to do it abroad as well.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. So there's the next question. I think we have talked about technology. There are some questions about the customers. So from your perspective, what have been your experience? Like, who are your current customers? And
Okay.
depending upon the nature of the sustainability, the vision on the sustainability, the plastic circularity that we are heading to, whom do you think that your future customers would be?
That's a very good question, especially with the kind of legislation coming up. Our customer profile include FMCG companies who want to comply with plastic recycling legislations, petrochemical companies that produce circular economy plastics as well. Currently, our clients are Equate Petrochemicals, Uflex, etc. The companies also who wants to use our technology and plants for chemically recycling their plastic waste. It can be individual as well as corporates. Currently, we are also in discussion with several international leading FMCGs and petrochemical companies to develop large-scale projects for chemical recycling of plastic waste. So because of all this legislation coming up, I think it will touch each and every corporate in a sense, or like FMCGs or anybody who has to comply with this legislation.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Aruna. If anyone would have joined like a bit late, maybe Aruna, let's have a quick round or a brief overview about like APChemi, and then we have a lot of questions on the customer side and also on the feasibility side path forward. So can you briefly talk about APChemi, and then we can have like next round of questions that we have lined up on customers.
Yeah, sure. So just to recap, APChemi was founded by Suhas Dixit in 2007. We have offices both in India and the UK. APChemi's vision is to end plastic waste by creating agile and sustainable cross-value chain collaboration among various stakeholders like plastic waste segregators, APChemi's projects, brand owners, and petrochemical companies. We offer a proven and patented and robust pyrolysis plant for recycling the toughest and dirtiest post-consumer multi-layer packaging waste and landfill plastic waste as well. APChemi has commissioned around over 30 plants spread across India, Africa, and Europe. We are supported by acceleration program of Royal Dutch Shell, as well as Alliance to End Plastic Waste. We have various projects in the pipeline, which includes a 50 ton per day plant for UK, a 10 tons per day plant for Kuwait, and 3 20 tons per day plant for India, mainly around Mumbai. In order to comply with plastic recycling legislation coming up, there are demand for approximately 3,800 pyrolysis plants of 50 tons per day over the period of next 10 years. So thinking ahead of the game, APChemi has developed highly scalable 50 to 100 tons per day single reactor pyrolysis technology to reduce the capex and opex of chemical recycling by 30 to 50%. We are leading the development of sustainable pyrolysis projects through collaborative, robust, and cost-efficient technology at a global scale. So that's a brief of what we are doing, customers in the pipeline, how it started, and our market.
Thanks, sir. It's a great story. I think over the period of years, you do have started like working with few customers. You do have set up like a few small scale plants, and you have already started working in the direction of scaling up your capacity. You have started building collaborations to bring different kinds of customer profiles into one platform. And very interesting collaborative and business model, and also helping to solve some of the societal challenges of eliminating plastic waste. So follow-up question on that. I mean, very interesting to see like different kinds of relationships that you are maintaining with customers, because there are different customers. So what I understood from your pitch have different needs. So can you also help us understand what are your relationship with these customers looks like? So how does it actually vary depending upon the customer profile? Do you see like the relationship varies with them because the needs are different for different customers?
Yeah, so basically, as you can on our website is clearly written, we recycle plastic transparently. So the way we work with each and every customer, be it an individual or a corporate, it will be very transparent. So by transparent, I mean it will be an open book contract. So obviously, with experience and with upgrading our skills and communication and all, we have been able to build this very unique bond with our customers, and they know they can trust us, as well as they know they can rely on us if there is any bottleneck in the operations. And we already told them that any problem, we are just a call away. Just call us, and we'll be at trying to resolve whatever bottlenecks or whatever challenges you are facing.
Yeah. Thanks, sir. A follow-up question on that. It's interesting to see like what is like your business model, and have you experienced in this journey that you have changed your business model with the change in the needs or change in the legislation from the plastic waste? What has been the experience of your company? Like, what's your current business model? How did you tune your business model with the changing legislations and changing the requirements from different customers?
See, our business model is based on we offer engineering, technology, and plans for chemical recycling of plastic waste. Yeah. In addition to that, we also develop pyrolysis projects based on our technology in a joint venture with local partners. So earlier we just used to manufacture the plant and just give it to the client, right? And that was it. Then with as time passed by, with experience, we understand that it's just not you develop something and give it to the client, right? You need to offer that after sale, what they call after sale service, to make sure that the client understands that yes, if there is a problem later, we're going to be there for them. Yeah. So we do offer this as well, and with more and more customers coming on board, they want to enter into a partnership or a collab with us. We've come up with this joint venture business as well with local partners. So it's like a learning curve. It's also about evolving and adapting to the change that the business environment brings on us.
Very interesting. I mean, before having a follow-up question on this, a gentle reminder in this audience: if there are any investors in this room, please do head to the investor room. Thanks for that. And a follow-up question on that, Aruna.
Sorry to disturb you, Vishnu. Yeah. Also, if there is any type of investor question, they can send it on invest@apchemi.com.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
follow-up question on that business model. I mean, you have talked about different business models depending upon where you are progressing towards the new business model. Do you have any experience or any customer endorsing your new business model? And would you like to talk about any example from your existing customer profile where you are trying to prove this business model, the new business model?
So very interesting question. Let me think. So for example, with U-Flex, which is the biggest packaging company, we have provided them the plant because they were facing a serious problem recycling their multi-layer packaging. And then following to that, we also operate the plant for them.
Okay.
Yeah. This is one of the examples that I can give you.
Thanks. Yeah. So we do have talked about now the technology, now the business model. There are some questions about a bit of understanding about the market. Where do you think this field move in next 5 to 10 years, and how do you think the market looks like?
The market will be very evolving, especially with different legislations coming up. I think the biggest market will be Europe, especially since the plastic tax of 800 euros per ton is applicable since Jan 2021. So I think this will be a huge market for us to target, and where we can grow exponentially.
Okay. So there are again a bit of specification related questions. So what specifications of the plastics that you think can be recycled and which cannot be recycled?
So Praneeth, do you want to take up this question?
Yeah. We are looking for most of the polyolefins we can use, as well as multi-layer packaging and mostly the PET. So we are looking for 70, and for the rest of the plastics like more than
Sorry, Praneeth, I think there has been some challenge in your voice. Maybe let's park this question and we can take it later once you resume your internet connection stable. Sorry to cut you off there. Let's go back to some more questions that has been on the business model. There is a very interesting question from one of the audience that you do have talked about currently, like in your customer segments where you are working with individual investors, kind of people who are investing in plants. What is the process of participating in the investment or to invest in these plants as individuals? This is a question from audience.
I think any question regarding investment will have to go to the investment forum, I think, and they can send anything to invest@apchemi.com. But sure. Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I think we could we'll connect back to you in this audience who have asked this question. Yeah. Let's go back a bit of, like, there are questions a bit on the financials and growth. What do you think, like, your growth looks like a CAGR from now, and what are like your plans of expanding outside India?
Okay, so we have a clear path about our growth plan for the next 5 years. We do work on it regularly to make sure that we are aligned at the moment with our growth path that we want to achieve in the next 5 years. So the basic, we have like 4 things that we want to work, and seeing the 5 years plan, it looks very achievable. And especially looking about how the market is evolving, it seems very, very lucrative as well. So we want to continue our expansion internationally with a widespread across USA, Europe, Middle East, and Asia. So it's like the globe, yeah. And then we also want to set up 5 into like 550 tons per day plants on our own. It will be our APChemi's ones. We want to continue this journey of targeting more and more customers like FMCGs, oil refineries, who have the ambition to use circular plastic to generate plastics through a circularity route. And the 4th one, we want to become the largest recycling company by licensing technology to over 100 pyrolysis plants projects for chemical recycling of plastic waste, and also take up engineering and plant supply assignment for developing chemical recycling plants. So we have 4 clear goals for the next 5 years.
Great. Would you like to also expand on the last statement on the goals? Like, what do you think, like, your total market of this area, and what would be like the addressable market, serviceable market for APChemi?
So you want me to expand on the market that we are targeting?
Yeah. Right. So that's what the question from the audience. They would like to know what kind of markets that you would be targeting.
So I told you customers like FMCGs and oil refineries, petrochemical companies and all. But the market that we want to target especially is Europe, because of different legislation coming up. There is a high demand in USA. I've been speaking to people, huge conglomerates in Brazil, and they want to move higher up to USA, where there is a high demand. Also in Europe, because of the legislation coming up. With Alliance to End Plastic Waste, it will be mainly Asia. So there is a huge potential. There is a huge demand and potential of growing up in these areas. And we are also doing, I think this is the first commercially viable plant that we are going to be doing in UK. So that's at 50 tons per day. We are very actively working with a very renowned company in Kuwait to develop there as well. So yeah, it's very promising, to be honest.
I mean, a quick recap again, and also quick reminder, like if there are any investors in this room, please do head to the investor meet room. There is a separate session going on. And if any of those audience, if they have joined a bit late, so just to help you, Arna, maybe like we could have a quick round of overview about like APChemi, and we can take this further Q&A.
Okay. So for those who have joined late, a quick brief introduction about our path that we have done since 2007. So APChemi obviously was founded by Suhas Dixit in 2007. We have offices in India and the UK. So we have this vision of ending plastic waste by creating this agile and sustainable cross-value chain collaboration among various stakeholders, like plastic segregators, APChemi's project itself, brand owners, and petrochemical companies. We have developed, and we have a proven patented and robust pyrolysis plant for recycling toughest and dirtiest plastic, including post-consumer multi-layer packaging waste and all the plastic waste which goes to landfills. Over the years, we've commissioned more than 30 plants across India, Africa, and Europe. We are supported by acceleration program of Royal Dutch Shell and also Alliance to End Plastic Waste. We have various projects in the pipeline, which is a 50 tons per day in the UK, a 10 tons per day in Kuwait, and 3 20 tons per day plants for India, mainly around Mumbai. In order to comply with this plastic recycling legislation, which is coming up, there is a high demand of a 3,800 pyrolysis plant of 50 TPD over the period of next 10 years. So there is a scope for everybody, and we want to lead in that. So thinking ahead of the game, because we need so much of plants to recycle this plastic chemically. We have developed highly scalable 50 to 100 tons per day single reactor pyrolysis technology to reduce the capex and opex of chemical recycling by 30 to 50%. We are leading the development of sustainable pyrolysis projects through collaborative, robust, and cost-efficient technology at a global scale. So our vision is to grow internationally and to have APChemi's plant and to help the environment be cleaner in a more sustainable way. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. There's a question on that, like you have been working on the plastic pyrolysis from several years, have set up multiple plants, and you have a very good growth plan of expanding globally and set up like multiple such kind of plants at a higher scale of capacity. So, and you have also as a company have started working in biomass pyrolysis, which you already have experience of setting up a plant, and you also have some kind of pipeline projects which you have mentioned that there is another biomass pyrolysis that you are setting up. So where do you see APChemi as a company moving towards? Are you concentrating only on the plastic pyrolysis, or do you have plans to expand horizontally into the recycling field? Like, what are like your growth plans in that direction, rather than just scaling up the plastic pyrolysis?
At the moment, we want to concentrate on the plastic recycling but yeah, there is a plan to also look into the biomass field, but that we will keep it for probably a different session or something like that.
So, going back again, a bit of your experience as a company, the kind of ups and downs that you would have took. There's a question like, would like to talk about what was the most difficult period, difficult times for APChemi, and what were the good times of APChemi, and how did APChemi have handled both like good times and bad times, especially in a kind of a field where the market is at a very premature stage right now, because you have been working in this field like from 10 years. What was your experience of making yourself to be still sustainable, exist in this market?
Okay. I think for being in this, the most difficult time was, I think, I was not in the company then, I think, was when oil crashed. I think it was 2008.
2008 and 2014, there was another oil crash. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So that was the time when it was really bad. But I think I would like to concentrate on the positive because it brings more vibes to the company, I think. So the main achievement that I would like to mention here was when our customers, Uflex, was facing this challenge of chemically recycling multi-layer packaging waste due to multi-polymer and multi-material nature of their plastic waste. So we have solved their bottleneck and complex problem of chemically recycling this multi-layer plastic waste by supplying our technology to them. So today they are still using it, and we still have we still do the follow-up with them to ensure that there's a good traction and everything is going on smoothly at their end. So these kind of moments which gives us the boost and the belief that our technology is, when we say it's proven, it's really proven, right? It is functional, it is commercially viable, and people are using the technology in the real world, not as hypothetically or something like that, but they are being used in manufacturing companies or where they want to recycle their plastics. So it's proven. So these are the things that give us the boost that we are heading towards a good, the correct direction. And this gives us also the confidence that anything that we do in the future, because we work transparently as well, anything that we do in the future will just be, this kind of keep on boosting our confidence that we can pursue it.
So I think there is a question from the audience where they were interested to know that you being in this field from almost a decade, whom do you think as your competitors in India and also like globally? Where do you see like APChemi with respect to the competitive landscape?
Replying to this question, I would like to probably touch on APChemi's uniqueness. In terms of competition, I don't think we do have competition in the market. Don't get me wrong, but we try to focus on the uniqueness of APChemi. What unique thing APChemi can bring to you that others can't bring, right? So we will focus on ourselves. And for example, the uniqueness of APChemi's technology is it's proven. We have developed and enhanced it over the period of 10 years. We've not been stagnant and waiting for our competitors to develop their technology and then be like a follower. We are leaders, right? The second thing is we have already published 7 patents in that field. Also, the reason I say we are leaders is we have already commissioned 30 plus plants, which is commercially viable, which is working at the moment. Okay, we have the unique ability of handling multi-layer packaging waste, which is something that is very difficult to recycle, and many people get stuck there, or they found the challenge of doing that. So we have that technology to actually do this. In the process of using our technology, there is no catalyst required. I think if Praneeth would have been here, he would have expanded on this. APChemi also has developed a highly scalable 50 tons per day single reactor pyrolysis technology. So earlier what happened is that if somebody wants 20 tons per day, we would have given them probably 4 reactors. Yeah. But now, if somebody wants like 50 tons per day, we would have given them probably 5 reactors. But now in a single reactor, they can do it. So obviously then the CapEx and the OpEx decreases as well.
So what have been your experiences of a typical payback period for your customer? Of course, I know that you, as you mentioned, that you are working on some new technology development that help in reducing the capex and OpEx. But till now, on some of those projects commissioned, what is like your average experience, like a customer getting the payback, and where do you see that with your new technology developments? How did that help customers?
It helps customers because everything, it's a huge investment, first of all, yeah. It's very huge. For example, a 10 tons per day pyrolysis plant will range between $1 to $1.5 million. If in India, excluding the land, the cost of the land, a 50 tons per day plant in India will cost you between $6 to $8 million. So obviously everybody who are going to invest in the plant will want to understand what is the payback period. So roughly, I can tell you the payback period is about 4 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the typical life of this plant, like from your experience? I mean, you could talk about the experience about the projects that you have set up, and also like your forecast on with your novel technology developments, uh, what it might look like, the future life of this plant with your new technology.
The future life of the plant will only the future can say that, but no, just joking. It will be around, I think currently it's about 10 years or so. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so it's a good payback period. I mean, before like wrapping up, like we have few minutes. There are some questions about, because there's an interesting question that like how you as a company working in this kind of a process oriented technology, that too in this COVID world, how are you like managing as a company, and how do you see yourself as a company uh, during this COVID period, and if the COVID continues, what do you see any impact in your company operations, or how do you see yourselves like as a company still in this COVID time in future?
Very interesting question, because we don't know when COVID's going to end, isn't it? Um, unless somebody miraculously give us an injection anyway. But yeah, it has been difficult, to be honest, because we human beings what happens is that we get used to a set of routine, or we get used to be working in offices. But I can tell you that this COVID has given us the ability to be more productive, to be more efficient. The reason I'm saying that is, I think when you work in offices, and when you work, you kind of like, yeah, you have 8 hours to work, but it can, from my experience, it kind of become inefficient, because you have many other small work coming up, or other people are coming to drop things on your desk that needs urgency. But for me, it has been I've been able to focus more on what I need to do and complete it. And also because, as the name suggests, we are agile process chemical, right? So we need to be agile, and I think we have embraced everybody. A big thanks to all my colleagues in APChemi. They have been able to embrace that change, and really give us that confidence that they are being efficient, and they are being productive, and they are being following up with the customers, and making sure everything is going on smoothly with their stakeholders. Another thing is, it has given us also a kind of a how do I put it, a kind of a thinking pot, where what do we do in case, for example, everybody before COVID, for example, everybody was sending us queries and everything, but everything stopped. We saw that stop because COVID has come. But what they didn't understand is, they can use that COVID period to actually work and on the foundation of what they want to achieve. Yeah. So, for example, for us, we started getting more and more queries, probably by the start of May. So people have started understanding that they can use that period to actually set up the foundation, understand what they want, and how do you smoothly go through that process, so that post-COVID, they are ready to set up their projects. So that has been a good space to actually think what you need to do.
Yeah,
Individually,
great.
Yeah. As well as your company as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to know that having such kind of pipeline of customers in the COVID time, one of the greatest things to have in a cash crunch scenario. I mean, Really great talking to you, Aruna, and your team. You have a great vision, ambition. As a company, you are associated with the purpose of cleaning plastic waste. Have been a tremendous journey over a decade, where you have set up multiple such kind of plants, not only in India and outside. You have started working on the some kind of R&D research and development in scaling up. Interesting to see that how you have changed the business models depending upon like the way legislations are changing, the customer choices are changing. Very interesting to see that how you are bringing like different customer segments onto one platform and how you are becoming an important value chain player. And last thing, really good to know that having that kind of an agility as a word in a chemical engineering company, that it's not just about agility, is not just in the software kind of a companies, but it's mostly about in the culture, that the way that things
Definitely.
work. Really great to see such kind of agility associated with the company. Wish you all the best for your future. Yeah, thanks. Nice, really nice talking to you. Yeah.
Same here, Vishnu. Thank you.